I'm sorry, God. I failed you. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to WonderCraft. How's it going? You guys had a fantastic week. And what the heck is going on here? Well, I was working on the pixel art project here, and I decided, okay, I think it's time to get Lightmatica involved. So I installed the mod Lightmatica. If you don't know what Lightmatica is, it is a mod that allows you to make a stencil slash schematic type thing. And it allows you to, well, make a stencil schematic so you can place blocks and tell you what blocks are here. So my schematic involves me using blackstone. So all of this black wool and other blackstone aren't actually considered that. So it marks it as red, right? And then I have it set to mark it as yellow when you need to place a block. I had it very bright so I could see which like little areas I was missing. And I didn't want to do this because I felt that I didn't want to rely on Lightmatica when it comes to building. But when it comes to this pixel art thing, I think it's fair to say that Lightmatica is incredibly helpful. Lightmatica does nothing other than just help me see where I'm supposed to place things, rather than me looking back and forth from a picture every 2 seconds. Um, and to better prove this fact, I've been working on this for about 3 days. I would say just 3 days, maybe like 12 hours total. If I could say that. I don't know if that's true. Probably more, honestly. But this took like our 3 month project. I feel like this was like 3 months, the first one. And I've already done three of them. So I think this is a lot better of a solution, especially because with Lightmatica, there is a way for me to. So if I'm pretty sure this is the one I just did. This is the third one. So whenever I want to get the fourth one, I come up to this corner. I don't think I have it currently, and then but I can check. Yeah. So we loaded the frame 1 of 3, and then if I go to load schematic, we don't have any, but let's just use 2 for an instance, right? Load schematic. We're gonna unload 3. We're gonna create. Oh, I don't know what I did there. Schematics loaded, schematic placements. Oh, remove this, configure, and then we move this down to here, right? And so say this was the next one we needed to do. It shows me all of the blocks that are misplaced. So I don't have to go back and replace this specific blackstone because then I would be wasting time. It's going to be there in the next one anyways. So all I have to do is go, oh, this blackstone not here, this one, this one, this one, this one, and clear out the ones that are broken or not placed in the correct spot and keep the ones that are, which saves way more time than what I was going to do in the second one, which was clear everything out and restart from scratch. Except for obviously the top bit, because the top bit is just a black bar for all three of them. For all the ones as we go into perpetuity until we start doing more stuff. So, as much as I don't want this to be a thing that, like, I'm not gonna ever use Lightmatica. I shouldn't say ever, because I might. But I'm not gonna use Lightmatica as of right now for any big builds. Like, I'm not gonna design a castle in creative mode and build it with Lightmatica, just because I really enjoy building just off the cuff, and I think that making mistakes is a great way to figure out like things that you would have never done before. Like that whole sniffer castle that we've built on top of our big sniffer there is not been planned, and I feel like it looks fantastic for what we've done. Obviously, it's not like the greatest thing ever built, but I think it looks cool. So that's just my opinion, and say what you want. I think you should play Minecraft how you want to, and this is how I want to play because I actually finished this my within my lifetime. I'm interested to see how this will turn out. If you guys know what this is yet, feel free to tell me. Give me your thoughts in the comments if you guys can think about this. One thing that I've noticed, and I will play I'll play some of the replays of this in a bit, and I'm gonna try and make them go really fast because I literally have done like hours upon hours of work on this. But something I've noticed in the map art schematics is there's a clear line between the maps, which I don't know why it's like that. I don't know if that's just how the map maker thing does it, and I want to know how it will look when it's done. If it's gonna look too like that, but really, if you back up, you barely see it. Like unless you're like hyper focusing on like that bit, like you really don't see it. So, for this specifically, I'm not planning to have it like us looking at it from one block away. We obviously can, but it's not gonna do that. So I think if you're far away enough, even just like that was like 3 blocks, so 3 blocks away, it looks pretty good, and that's what I'm gonna. That's how I'm gonna have it anyway. So it looks pretty good. So I'm pretty happy with it. Um, last time I ever played this on like stream, we were in the Nether getting Nether quartz, and I was exploring. Oh yeah, I was exploring. I don't know if I talked about this in one of the episodes, but I was exploring Nether fortresses, and we got a little secret surprise that I'll show you guys after I show you all that. I'm gonna forget that I did this, and I'm gonna have to remember that I didn't set this. This is why you always name your files, kids. Name them something random. But boop. Hope you guys enjoyed that. It was a lot of fun, honestly. Honestly, it makes it so much easier, the Lightmatica stuff. I can't get over how easy it makes it. Especially when I can just listen to something, because when I didn't have it, I literally had to use all of my brain to figure out and make sure I wasn't placing things in the wrong positions. But when we were out hunting in fortresses, we found oh, the rib armor trim. That one, when I first saw it, was going to be on my final armor set, but as of right now, I'm not gonna do that. I want, I definitely want the Tide armor trim. I would like the Silence, I believe it's called, and then there's one other one that I can't remember. I think it's the Jungle one I want on my helmet. So we're gonna have to look through a ton more stuff to get that, but it'll be just fun little things as we go along to try and complete. I think today I don't really know what I want to do, which is always a really fun thought because it allows me to have a lot of crazy ideas. But I think one thing that I would maybe like to try to do is just build something in the Sniffer Town because I feel like I haven't spent too much time in the Sniffer Town and I want to build stuff. I was thinking of maybe adding more theater rooms to the movie theater, like in the basement, how I was planning to do that. But I think I've come to the conclusion that I would like to do start building the docks. So I want the Sniffer Town to be like a dock-heavy town because we have this big lake around it, a lot of different bodies of water around it, and I was thinking that like boats would kind of just be the way to get around. And it would be a very heavy trade route town. I have so much random useless junk. Honestly, I don't need this. Why I picked it up, I will never know. I also have an absurd number of Wither Skeleton skulls in here. So good. But we will, yeah. But I'm thinking probably working on the a dock or something. I also think I want to terraform some of the land around the Sniffer because right now the Sniffer's head is floating. I think I'm gonna make some land go around her head to make it look like she's resting her head on like a little mound. And we always need to work more on the Sniffer's body. I need to get like an automatic cocoa bean farm or something like that, just to make collecting cocoa bean easier, so I can easily dye wools because I have so many wools that aren't brown wool. That was sort of some issues we were running into for the pixel art because I wanted like blue carpet and there was some purple carpet where I was like, I don't have any of these. So, and unfortunately purple is not a dye that you can really get. It is just combining two colors where you can't like get red, yellow, and like magenta from, you can get red, yellow, magenta from other stuff. Whoop. I also would love to start working on the walls again. I want to fix that up because this is just completely nothing right now. Like this over here, I built because I'm like, oh, we'll have like a, I don't know, like a gate or something blocking this river, and then I made like a hole in it, but the hole is not. I don't think it's symmetrical, and on both sides, I don't think it's the same. I think it's just like it looks really weird, so I want to fix that. That's a relatively easy fix. We do have bunny bottles here. Luckily, past me remembered that I wanted what I wanted to do, so I said bedroom here, library here, and laboratory here, and seating, coffee shop, etc. Yeah, I kind of forgot that what I was doing here because I've been spending a lot of time doing other stuff. There's Usino. Got a lot of random nonsense going around, which is like the best thing to do is like always remember you always have like different stuff, but it's hard to remember sometimes and I'll be like, why don't I have any shulkers? And then all my shulkers are filled with random junk. But if we go down here, the sniffers still haven't grown up because I still haven't spent enough time here. I think the only problem with a sniffer right now, and it might not be that big of a problem because we can just ignore it. It's just this stuff coming off here, it just lands here, so we couldn't extend any land next to it, but we can just kind of ignore it, I think. We'll play around with this, and I'll see you guys in a bit. I'm a little stuffed up, so I'm sorry if you guys hear gross nose sounds. I'm not trying to be gross, but I got a little bit of a stuffed up nose this morning. So we will get into it. I'm just going to collect some dirt, and we will see how big old Betsy here looks once we get that in. So, boop. I'm such a silly man that I recorded the replay and then I stopped. I stopped and to go pick up some more dirt, and I completely forgot to continue recording as I do many a times. But actually, let me go quickly grab this bed here. But I'm pretty sure, like, I'm terrible at terraforming, honestly, but I honestly quite like the way it goes. This front bit, I think I'll also probably end up changing a little bit to fit a dock here, because I want a big dock in front of the sniffer, because how are you supposed to feed something this big, right? And if this is such a big, noble animal that just decided to fall and, like, rest here, you know, how do you feed something this big? So, you gotta import stuff. So we're gonna have a big dock out here. I don't really know what I want to do here, if I want to terraform something or just build like a dock around it to make it just easier on myself and make it just like a square here. I'll have to think about that. I might do that. I might just make the dock like back of the dock and cut this into like a straight line or something and then build straight down. But yeah, I'm enjoying this so far. We're using some of the excess dirt we got. Also, something to mention in case I will play this after I show you guys it, but we did work a little bit more on the museum. I was working really hard to get more nether quartz on stream. We spent like an hour and a half or 2 hours just collecting quartz. And then I built these two towers completely up and then built one over there. And I'm pretty sure I built the full one over there. Yeah, and then we started building the ones on the side. Excited to continue the museum. But it's gonna take a while. It's gonna be a big project. So in the meantime, while we're in between fixing up stuff, we can work on little projects. I really just love being in this area because I just love everything we've built so far. The trees so nice, like everything's just great. I love it. I was gonna say I think there's one cherry blossom because I was gonna add like pink leaves. I wanted the effect to come off, but I just never got into it. I can't wait until the grass is grown here because it will look really nice. Also, let's check on the sniffers. Oh, they're finally grown up. Nice. We have Gandahar and Chonky. We'll have to check back to see if they get any of those seeds, because that's something that's very important. And then I want to breed them at least twice to get the eggs. And then I want to build a hatchery for sniffers specifically, and then we'll just let Chunky and Gandahar kind of roam free. I don't know if that will be a good idea to just have sniffers roaming everywhere, but I love them, so we'll see. Chonky and Gandahar can chill here for now until they get some seeds, because I also want to use those seeds for decoration and stuff. With how this is going for the design of the city, I'm thinking I'm probably going to have the docks sort of a similar style to this, maybe. I want to have my main idea of this one is sort of building with the palette that I would have when I was younger. So basically just stone, a lot of stone and a lot of oak, because I feel like I only work with spruce nowadays, or like dark oak. So I really want to build stuff with like stone and oak wood as the main wood. So I think that's what I'm going to focus on. I think we will also do my favorite strategy, which is making the oak wood, or anything the water is spruce, anything outside of the water is oak wood kind of dealio. I'm gonna look through here. We don't have any stone bricks. I think I'm gonna work with specifically stone bricks for the dock. I don't know how I possibly did that. We're gonna do stone bricks and oak wood. And then some spruce as well. But we'll play around with some designs. I guess also we'll go into the... we don't need to go into the museum one. I was like, maybe we'll go in the museum time lapse. It's just me putting up a poll. I don't think you guys really care too much. But if you do, comment below. No, show me all the poll. Show me every poll you make. So we're gonna get into this now. So how I want it, the idea would be that... How would we want to do this? I think we'd put it here. This would be part of it. I just want to get some thoughts out in my head and talk to you guys while we do this before we pop into the time lapse here. So we'd go like here. Actually, we'll just go to here. And then, so this is my idea. We'll have that go there, and we're gonna have it go... wait, no, wrong way, I think. I might have left the oak wood somewhere else. Which is fine, because we can always clear out some oak wood. But I think I'm gonna make the dock, or the walkway here, like 4 wide with another stone brick wall side here. Oh yeah, here we go. Beauty. So the way I think I'm gonna do this here is, and I think we'll keep it here on this side. 2, 3, 4. And then at this side. And maybe we'll have some fences. We'll either have fences or even maybe just like alternating like this. sort of castle wall style. Or maybe have fences in between that, in the airspaces. But we'll have that. I think here specifically, though, I want to. We're going to do 3 ways for walkways, I think, just to break it up a little bit. And we're going to have a way here for you to be able to get on. And then we'll maybe have stairs going down to here from there to make some more ways to get up and down. Something like that, maybe. I think I like this idea already. I would probably want... If I'd probably do this, then I'd probably want these bits on the corner. Some might not fit, though. Because, they wouldn't... Would that work? This would be blank, one here, blank. Okay, yeah. I put that in the wrong spot. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. We'll do that. That. Okay, we could play with this. I'll get into it. Now. Boop. Got some things done. Don't really know how docks work, to be honest. Like, I don't know the spacing, but I imagine I want a lot of space for the boats in between, because, like, you could make a dock every 3 blocks, but then you have to fit a boat in the middle, and that's great for small boats, but if we want really big ships, then we're going to want a lot of space in between. So I'm going to probably leave quite a bit of space here. I cut this part out because I was going to put the first dock there, but I thought, why keep that space here if there's no way logically you are going to get a boat on this side, really? So I wanted to maximize the space here and fit this on this side because there's nothing we can do here. And so we can have a lot of space here, and then we'll have like another dock on this side. We'll have a bunch of other docks as well, maybe one going that direction, but I wanted to make the start one here. I think I want to make the docks that go out of this area similar to the ones we made in the park here. Might not do the chain fence, might do a different thing, but I really like this design, and I really like this is my favorite thing to do, is add the spruce wood with the oak under the water to make it look like it's waterlogged, because it brings me so much joy and happiness. It reminds me of when I'm out on the beach at my cabin, and we look at the old dock, and then this is just like covered in water and like algae and stuff, and then the top pits are pretty clean. So I like that. I haven't gotten all the wood there, but I like this idea, and I don't know if I'm ever gonna make a boat, because I don't like building boats. If a boat just magically appeared here, I would love that, but we'll see if we ever build a boat. I built some stairs here. I like this sort of design where the walls are there. And then we have stairs on this side that go up this way. And then you're into like the sniffer stuff, and maybe we'll have things around here. I think I might either convert this area into like a storage area for like incoming shipments, or maybe take all the sand and turn it into farmland, because we now got a pitcher pod from the sniffers anymore. Yeah, we got another one, which we can use to plant stuff and make torch flowers and stuff like that. I don't know which ones the pitcher pot is used for. Isn't it? Don't we need torch berries? I don't. I'm pretty sure they gotta find torch berries still, but we got a handful of pitcher pots. I think those ones are. I don't think we have. We don't have bone meal here with us, but I do have this. I'm pretty sure the pitcher pot is for the blue plant. I'm just gonna get this out, and then I don't know if I have any string on me right now, because you can use this kind of so they have the plant where it kind of looks like a radish, and I really like that look, and I want it, but the only way to prevent it from growing is to put something on top of it. So we might just put a block on it for now, but if you put string on it, it doesn't look like anything's there. And I wanted to have it over here. Wouldn't happen to have any string in here, would I? Doesn't look like it. I'll just grab some random blocks. I assume I can place a block above it if I can place a string. I just hope that it doesn't mess up. So if I place this here, I wanted to have them here. Oh, I don't know if I might have put my hoe in one of these, because I was wanting more, wanted more inventory space. Didn't really need to plant all of them, but that might be. I think I messed up. But if it grows too much, like, it's not like it's a non-renewable resource, right? But I think that would look really cool. And then I don't know. I'm pretty sure you can like take out farmland of things. I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad if it does look like that. But I wanted them because they kind of also look like giant carrots, and then that fits the bunny theme here. I was thinking maybe our giant tree in here. I still kind of want to do a tree, but maybe we'll turn it into more of the pitcher pod shape plant. Like maybe it's more of a root vegetable or something. Would make sense why a bunny is built a whole research center around it. But I think that's what I'm going to do for now. Hey, speak of string. One string. Okay. Let's quickly check this out, and then after that, I'm going to probably end it for right now, for like my play session here, and we'll pick stuff up later. I don't even know when I gotta get this video out. WonderCraft's like the only thing I don't really have meticulously planned. Okay, let me... Because I want to check here. Can I place it here? I can, which means that these are all wrong. Okay. I'll let these ones grow to completion because I'm pretty sure we can harvest them. I don't know if we get pitcher pods from this or if we can only get pitcher pods from the sniffers, but that's the one I wanted like that. I really like that, how that looks. I keep forgetting we don't have a roof here. I think I'll just probably place glass there. But yeah, for that, I'm going to continue working on the bad boy out here. That thing. I'm really liking the design. It's very basic, but I feel like that's kind of the theme of this town right now is a lot of the architecture is just kind of basic. Like the walls and stuff, and that's what I really wanted to do in this. I love how much it's been raining recently in Minecraft. I love the rain in Minecraft. There is a mod that I really want to figure out how to get that adds like water ripples when the water hits the when rain hits the water. And also, I don't know if I will do this because I want this game to be like as vanilla as possible, but I did see a mod that added like sandstorms to the deserts. So when it rains, you usually don't get rain in the desert, but it would add a sandstorm effect when it's raining, and I think that would just be really cool and immersive. I wish that was just in the game. But I might save that. I think I might do whenever I'm finished my 100 days that I'm working on right now. I think I might do a desert adventure one maybe at some point. That could be really cool. The 100 days are really difficult to make. I don't understand how people do that, honestly. People gotta love doing that to do that. But okay. Well, I'll see you guys in a bit after I'm done working on some other stuff, and we'll see what kind of wonders I make. Boop. I think that's going to be this week in WonderCraft for us, or at least this month, I guess, now that we're doing it monthly. Oop, disappeared for a second. I, didn't add too much to this, I don't think, since the last little set of time I did for us. These guys are still over here for some reason. It's so weird. I don't see the one with the, I don't see the one with the banner. Am I shooting over him? No. There we go. The bows are unfortunately not very accurate anymore. There we are. Let's go check on the sniffers, but I added a dock to the end of that if I didn't already show that off. I also don't think I talked about this, but I added, well, I added dirt around this part here. I gotta go grab my shulker real quick. I added dirt around this part, and then I added it around the head so it didn't have any stuff, and then I also added it on the arms here. You guys give me a torch flower? Or just pitcher pods? I don't know if it depends based on what is around them, but they've been only giving me pitcher pods so far. But, so I added some dirt over here. I think it looks quite nice, honestly. Obviously, we'll probably add more as we add the other legs, but I feel like it doesn't look too off-putting. I also brought some sea lanterns, because I'm thinking that I'm going to add some sea lanterns to the bottom here. I might break like a hole of 4 or maybe 3, or like a 3 by 3, and then add, okay, I thought this was my bread. Add the sea lanterns there, and then put stairs in the corner to kind of make like a star or triangle shape. Just, I don't know, just think it would look nice on the sides. But that's about it for this week. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next handful of weeks. We got quite a bit of stuff coming out, I feel. I mean, I'm trying to keep up on the schedule, so if you guys are enjoying everything, let me know. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.